the longest tenured presenter in the program's history. Now, can we all give Mr. VP Parker a warm welcome, Boys State?
Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow. Watch out! She was saying, "Come get me." So I got up and followed her to the floor. She said, "Baby, let's go." When I told her, I said,
"What's up, Boys State?" Pay no attention to the haters. The best leaders want to see you succeed, not throw shade. They want to see you succeed like they want to succeed. They are invested in you. So the folks who don't want to do that, pay them no mind. Y'all ready? Yes, sir. The best leaders know how to follow. Sometimes when you're the one taking the lead, you find that there are other folks around you who are inspirational, motivational, that can take you to the next level. You got to know how to follow just as well as you know how to lead.
Amen.
As leaders, you got to learn how to humble yourself. See, wherever you've been going to school at, you've probably been the one that's leading. That's cool. But when you get to Boy State, you start to find that there are some folks who are higher caliber than you. And you need to be okay with that because they can teach you some things. Leadership comes in a lot of different ways. Sometimes you lead from the front, sometimes you lead from the back, but always lead on your feet. My understanding is that this is a new color for us here at Boy State. Sometimes new blood, new ideas, new perspectives allow us to be better people because we got leaders who are doing things that other folks haven't done yet. But can you follow? Don't mess this up. Leaders always have a plan, but sometimes you have to improvise. You got to be ready to be agile or have agility. Let's see if y'all got that. Again, I am short. People in the back can't see me. That's all right. I'm going to do it again anyway. There's a lot of different types of leaders. Some of them are loud, and some of them are quiet. It's still good leadership. You just have to figure out what your style is and lead that way. Don't try to be somebody else. You don't have to be somebody else. Be who you are. I'm short, so they can't see me. Let me get over here. Sometimes you say stuff louder with no words than with words. Seven years ago, I decided to do something I had never done before. I decided to take my large family of 6 folks and 2 dogs, pull them together into a family picture right around the time that it was the holidays. I decided that I would take a picture, I would print that picture out on some glossy paper, put it in a snail mail and send it to families all around the state so that they could see my wonderful, beautiful family and put it on their refrigerator and hang it by the fireplace with care. That's what I wanted to do. So here's what I decided to do. I said, okay, let me get this family of 2 dogs. I called a photographer, checked in with the photographer. Hey, how much is it going to cost for you to come out here and take this picture? You know what the photographer was charging me for the sitting fee? $1,500. I'm walking away with $1,500. He said, this just to come out for the sitting fee. He said $250. Now look, $250. You know what I can do with $250? Exactly. $250 for him to come out, and that's just a sitting fee. Like, that's not even how much he's charging me for the pictures that he's about to take. Now, let me just do a quick check-in with these wonderful young leaders that are in the room. Raise your hand if you are part of that family that you're doing this. When it comes to the holidays, your parents pull you together and you say, we're going to take a family picture. Raise your hand, and then we're going to print it out in some glossy paper, and we're going to send it. Okay, great. I am in great company. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one. Thank you for that. That's like a little over a third of this group raised their hand. Great. I'm in great company. So listen, strike one is I told a dude for $250, I can sit for free. So that didn't work. So strike one. Now listen, all I'm trying to do is just send pictures out to folks so they can see my family. That's all I'm trying to do. So here's round 2. I decided to do something that most of your families are already doing. I pulled out my cell phone and I set it on the mantle, put it on 10 seconds, and ran in front of it to take this picture. Now, family's already sitting there. Now, listen, I already said I'm not going to pay $250, so I'm on round 2 trying to get this picture out to y'all the same way that many of you raise your hands, and here's what happened. I have teenagers. I couldn't get the picture. Why? Because of duck lips and mewing. Duck lips and mewing. Now, I'm just going to do a quick check-in. Most of y'all know what duck lips are, and most of y'all know what mewing is. But we older folks, we may not know what mewing is. I'm not asking you, you might know what it is. I hadn't even got to this gentleman right here. He said, I have no idea what it is. Because we older. Mewing sounds like kitty cats. Do you want to know what mewing is, sir? You want to What is mewing, by the way? What is mewing? Oh, okay. Bruce, is that right, Bruce? Bruce? Is that right? Bruce? Come on up, I need you to show it to us. Come on. Now look, I'm trying to take a picture so I can send it to folks, and my two daughters are duck lipping, and everybody in the picture is mewing. Now, I'm going to have Bruce show you what mewing is, and he even knows the sign for mewing. He knows the gesture. Now listen, there are some of y'all sitting right beside each other, and you acting like you know what it is. You don't know what it is. You just acting like you know what it is. But most of y'all like, yeah, I made that up. Like that was me. I want you to know that this messed up my picture now. So Bruce, what is mewing? Show us what is mewing.
Mewing? This right here.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Round two. I couldn't get past. Bruce is a celebrity. I couldn't get past the mewing and the duck lips, so here's what I did. I was like, first off, tell me what mewing is. They told me what it is. All right, they told me the sign. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Except I still couldn't get a good picture. So that was strike two. Strike three. Well, I shouldn't say strike. How about round three? What I decided is like, forget that. I'm just going to go to my favorite shopping place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some holiday cards that look like me and my family so that I can put it in an envelope, snail mail, and send it out there to y'all. Now listen, some of y'all laughing at what I just said. I'm so happy that you're laughing because it could be uncomfortable what I just said. My intention was not to make you uncomfortable. My intention was to tell you what was really happening. I decided to go to the store and find some cards that look like my family so that I can send it out to y'all. Now, the funny part is, y'all, I didn't find no cards that look like my family. The interesting stuff is, while I was there at my favorite shopping place, trying to find cards that look like my family so I can send them out and do what a third of y'all, raise your hand, say that you were doing, what I found was that there were cards in the store that looked like many of you who are seated here. But there were not cards that looked like me. I don't think you heard what I said now. What I said was, I found some cards that looked like some of the folks seated in here, but I didn't find cards that looked like my family. Now, I found some cute puppy dog cards. I found some Santa Claus cards. I found some cards that have a little Caucasian woman, young lady, on the card, cute as all get out. Cute. Just didn't look like my family. I even found some cards that had Snoopy on it. I love me some Snoopy. I love me some Snoopy. But listen, yo, all I'm trying to do is find some holiday cards that look like my family so I can print it out, or at least make it look like I think my family looks, send it out to y'all snail mail, and guess what? I couldn't find it. Now let me make sure you understand something. Just put a pin in that for just a moment. The time that I have with you in this short amount of time, if you think that the next 45 minutes is going to be me lecturing you, you are wrong. That's not about to happen. That's not happening. You will be very involved because I'm going to be finding several of you from each one of these counties to come up here on this stage with me, and you're going to be cheering on your folks. One of the things I need to make sure you understand is the reason I'm here to talk to you is about something that's called inclusive leadership. Say that with me. Inclusive. Now, I'm going to say inclusive. You say leadership. Inclusive. Now listen, the reason why I'm bringing this up and telling you this story is because it is pertinent and relevant. Now listen to what I'm saying. Because it's going to, our 45 minutes is going to fly by. But I need you to understand something about my story. If you don't intentionally create relationships with people who don't look like you, act like you, talk like you, think like you, they don't dance like you, they don't TikTok like you, they don't love like you, and they don't even have the same faith as you. If you don't find those folks to surround yourself with, you're going to think that whatever lived experience you're having, everybody else is having the same thing, and it's just not true. If you think that your best leadership style is to lead people who are just like you, that's cool, but you're going to show me a higher caliber of leadership when you show me you can lead people who ain't like you. Because that takes a different type of leadership. That takes inclusive leadership. If you go into the store trying to find cars that look like your family and you find them, I am not mad at you for that. In fact, I am happy that you found cars that look like your family. I just want to find cars that look like my family too. Do y'all know that song, Whoop, There It Is, that old song, Whoop, There It Is? How does that song go? Thank you, Derek. Right? Uh-huh. Shaka, laka, shaka, laka, shaka. Okay, go. That's exactly right. For the next 40 minutes, I'm going to drop some stuff on you. I want you to pick it up, but here's the thing. There's going to be some things that I'm going to share with you that are just going to be so in your face, so visible, so tangibly in front of you that I'm going to say whoop and you're going to say, there it is. There's going to be some things that I'm going to say, and some of the things I'm not even going to say, other folks will say them, and it's going to be so relevant to being the best leader that you can be, especially the inclusive leader that you can be. It's going to be so in your face that somebody's going to say whoop, and you're going to say, in fact, let's even try it. Whoop, 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 just like that. That's what's going to happen in the next 40 minutes. It's going to be so easy for you to understand how to be an inclusive leader. Now, because here's what I need you to understand. My story is my story, but everybody in here who has a story just like what I just shared. I am not upset that there were holiday cards that looked like some of y'all's family. Heck, I am happy about that. I just want cars that look like me too. That if you don't surround yourself with folks who can show you that life is actually different than what you think, you actually think that what you do every day, everybody else has access to whatever you have access to, and that's just not true. Woo? Yes. And if it takes you coming to Boys State for you to actually hear me say this, and look to your left and your right and see other folks in this room who are telling you, yeah, my lived experience is not like yours, that if it takes you to come to Boys State, then welcome to dog diggity, Boys State. Woo! Yes. For the next 40 minutes, I want to make sure that you understand inclusive leadership is inside of you, and no matter what people have taught you or told you or sold you on, taking into consideration other people and their lived experiences, that's what inclusive leadership is. Woo? Yes. Now, one of the ways we're going to make sure that we understand this part is that I'm going to be calling some folks up to the stage just to show you that all of us already have some biases that we have inside of us that we don't even know that we have. We don't even recognize that we're looking at people's shoes and saying, look at them dirty ropers. And then we decide that that's not the relationships that we want to have. We walked into Boys State on Sunday, found out who our roommates were, looked at what they were wearing or not wearing, and then immediately made some judgments. Woo! Yes. And if you are still here today thinking that you are better than the person sitting next to you, behind you, beside you, then you still haven't understood what inclusive leadership is. In fact, you're going to want to turn to those folks who are different than you and create trusting relationships with them, because they're going to show you stuff that you've never seen before. Woo! Yes. That's what Boys State is about. And instead of me just talking about that, there's going to be some times I'm going to bring you up to the stage and have you show us some stuff. Show us that we can sometimes be biased even though we don't even know it. When I say bias, by the way, I'm not talking about bias meaning that you're mean. I'm talking about everybody in here suffers from unconscious biases. There are some things that we're not even aware of that we're doing that doesn't make people feel uplifted or feel heard or seen or even feel like they're engaged. And inclusive leadership says, because all of y'all are leaders, I've got to figure out how do I get everybody on my team engaged, everybody in the state engaged, everybody in this county engaged. How do I do that? Well, one of the ways we do that is to make sure that you know that there are some unconscious biases that you have, and I'm going to try to reveal some of those. Woo? Yes. Now, here's the first thing we're going to do. I've already covered all that. Great. All right. In your groups, in your counties, some of you have numbers, right? 1 through 15, is that true? All my number ones, come on up to the stage. Standing right here. All right, number ones, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Now, on this screen right here, everybody out here can see what's on this slide. When I ask you to do this exercise, you're just going to turn around and look at these two slides in the back because it's going to show the same thing, okay? What I'm going to ask you to do is to read what is on the slide in silence, and as soon as you know what that slide reads, you're going to have a seat. The last person standing is going to be a problem. Because you represent your county and you definitely don't want to be the last one standing. I'm going to show you a slide. It's going to be right behind you. You can turn around and look. You're going to read what you think. Not what you think. You're going to read what's on the slide, but part of it is blocked. But I need you to think very quickly about what's there, and as soon as you know, have a seat, because you don't want to be the last one standing. Yes, thank you for asking. He said, seat, yes, on the stage, right? Y'all are not to be, y'all can laugh all you want, but don't yell out any answers, okay? All right. You've already sent up your representative. These are folks representing you. Now give them some love. Are y'all ready? As soon as you know what is hidden behind what's blocked, just have a seat. But you have to 100%, you got to know that you got the right answer before you sit down. Please don't hurt yourself while you sit down, okay? Crisscross applesauce, but please don't drop to your bottom. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Yes, sir. Yes, don't yell out anything. Thank you very much for asking. Don't yell out anything. As soon as you know the answer, just have a seat. All right, everybody ready? All right, here we go. All right. They say we need some space. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I ain't showed it to you yet. He was sitting down. I ain't showed him nothing yet. He's like, I'm not going to be the last one sitting. I got to go back with them. Okay, here we go. As soon as you know what it is, you can have a seat. All right, raise your hand if you are, thank you, because I was super fast. The first one is always easy. Raise your hand if you are 100% sure that you know the answer. Oh, great, awesome. Don't yell out anything. 100% sure you know the answer? Okay, okay, I appreciate you. Now, just take a look. Woo! Woo! Now, let me tell you something. What we do is we look at people and we're like, I've only seen half of them and I know exactly who they are. All I need to know is you from Carlisle, Arkansas, and I already know who you are. All I need to know is you from Lone Oak, Arkansas. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know nothing. I don't want to hang out with you. All I need to, whoop, there it is, right? All I need to know is that your parents are same sex. And I already know who you are. I don't want to hang out with you. Sometimes what we do is we will look at people on the outside and say, I already know who they are. I don't have to keep thinking about it. And everybody up here on this stage fell into that trap. So while I just did it with letters, I want to make sure y'all understand when it comes to inclusive leadership, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Woo! What I'm saying is, we sometimes will look at people and we will say, look at that hair. Ooh. Look at the people who don't have hair. Look at the braids that they have. Ooh, look at the glasses that they have on. Or, oh, wait a minute. I don't like that this person is super short. We just look at it on the outside and we think that they are not of value to us. Woo? Yeah. So what we do is we look at stuff and we automatically assume we know who they are. The same way we looked at these letters and said, I know that the sentence up there says what? But is it? Round of applause for our representatives. Number twos, come on up to the stage, please. Number twos. I'll give you that. Looking at these screens. Oh, there we go. All right. All right, let's see. I'm going to show you something on the slide. The something on the slide will be a question. It's written out as a question. I want you to read the question silently, and as soon as you read the question, and as soon as you know the answer to the question, you're going to have a seat. Now, when I say have a seat, I don't want you to be the last one standing, but please don't hurt yourself when when you drop down to the stage. It's not worth busting your butt. It's not worth that, okay? Everybody else in this room, you're going to participate also. Please, I invite you to stand. I invite you to stand. All right, here are the rules. I'm going to show you a slide. The slide has a question on it. Read the question silently. As soon as you know the answer, have a seat. This is so easy that if you do not get this correct, we will not let you walk out of here as a certified Boy State graduate because, listen, this is too easy. So here's the deal. You just don't want to be the last one standing in your row. Now, these folks up here compete against each other. But in your row, you do not want to be the last one standing because we likely going to take your shirt and send you on your way. Woo! Yes. That's how easy this is. Everybody ready? Yes. Laugh as much as you like, but do not yell out any answers because we're going to be asking these fellows what the answers are. Everybody ready? Yes. The question will only be up there for 7 seconds. Here's the question. Remain standing if you do not know the answer. Remain standing if you do not know the answer. All right, now let me share something with you. Over half the people who are seated do not have the correct answer. I said over half of y'all don't have the correct answer. But you were like, you ain't kicking me out of Boy State. You ain't doing that. Here's what you just proved. The folks who have remained standing, I appreciate your integrity as a leader. You don't know the answer. You're not acting like you know the answer. It's like, you know what? Sometimes as a leader, I don't know all the answers. And I have to be humble enough to admit that. So whoop, there it is. I appreciate y'all. Some of y'all sat down before I even put the slide up. Oh, my knee. I don't know if that shows integrity, but being here at Boy State, I think that you're high caliber no matter what. We're going to check in with these folks who are seated and find out what the answer is, but I need y'all to know something. If you don't know, remain standing, please. I just need you to know something. You just proved what the world is trying to tell, not the world, you just proved what many people are trying to tell us in this political world. And in this political world, what we're being told is, don't take into account people's lived experiences, background, race, gender, religion, spirituality. Don't take into consideration how they grew up in impoverished neighborhoods. Don't take into consideration how some people grew up with a lot of privilege. Don't take into consideration all of those things. Why? Because we're all the same on the inside. Let me share something with you. While we are all the same as human beings, we are not seeing things the same way because our lived experiences are not the same. Whoop, there it is. I just told you. I just shared with you that I go into a store and I can't find cars that look like me. That's not your lived experience. There are some people who came to Boy State and they are barely making it. They don't even know where the next meal is coming from. Whoop. There are some people here who are at Boy State who have been bullied at school because of how they look or because they don't wear the right shoes or they don't wear the right clothes. And here we are saying everybody is the same, but everybody's lived experience is not the same. Whoop. You just proved in this exercise that I can show 700 young people one slide and a third of y'all don't even know what's wrong with the slide. You just proved that it is so important for us to have diversity inside of our teams so that on certain days, as a leader, when I miss something, there is somebody on the team who sees it. Woo! But if I surround myself with only the people who look like me, act like me, talk like me, think like me, they only dance like me, and they only eat the same foods as me, what's going to happen is we're going to see the same thing, and we're going to miss the mistake. What I'm telling you is, as an inclusive leader, it's intentionality that you have to have when you say, I'm building a team. I want people from a lot of different walks of life because I want them to see things when I miss it. I just showed 700 young folks a slide, and a third of y'all don't know the answer. You just proved what valuing diversity means. Whoop, there it is. Let me also be clear. There is nothing that I have said that has indoctrinated you. What I just shared with you was an example of you sending up a representative and 2 people are still standing, and some of y'all in the room are still standing because you don't know what the mistake is, and boy, it's going to be funny when we show you what the mistake is. It's not to make fun of you, it's to make sure that you understand this principle. As an inclusive leader, you want to surround yourself with people who don't look like you, act like you, talk like you, think like you. They don't dance like you. They don't love like you. They don't even worship like you. Because when you're trying to problem solve, you want people who can see things when you miss it. Woo! Yes. All right. So now that I've said all of that, let's see what the answer is. Right? All right. Half the people who are seated here may not have the right answer. They just wanted to stay at Boys State. It's like, I want to stay at Boys State. Then there are 2 people over here. 2 people over here. It's like, you know what? I don't know that integrity. I don't know. All right? Let me just do a check-in. Are you 100% sure you know? 100%. 90%. 100%. No. 100%. Yes. 100%. Yes. 100%. 50-50. 100%. 100%. Wait a minute. I asked this young man, what, 100%? He was like, 100%. And then somebody over here said 100%. He said 100%. There are 2 these in this sentence. You can turn around and look. I got to let that sit. There are 2 these in this sentence. The folks up here are like, oh. Round of applause for our representatives. Y'all may go. You may have a seat. You trying to be a leader? You trying to be a leader and you can't read? You trying to be a leader and you can't read? Of course, because the principle here is not that you got it wrong. Because if you think that that's what it is, you are looking inward, and I need you to stop doing that. Whoop. Yes. I'm asking you to look outward. What I'm trying to say to you is that there are people around you who know things that you don't know, and vice versa. And when you are a leader, you don't want everybody around you to be just like you, because you're going to miss that there are 2 these in the sentence, and you over here talking about all the colors up there, Roy G. Biv. All the numbers up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the numbers. Oh, the word mistake is bolded. That's the mistake. And you miss that there are 2 these in the sentence? Woo. Yes. You just proved why valuing diversity of lived experiences and the people who are here is so important to us. Because you want those people on your team that where they will see the these when you over there counting Roy G. Biv, all the colors are there. Now, some of y'all in here may not know what GBIV is. You neighbors, you can help your neighbors, but it's science majors and stuff. If not, talk about it later when you eat. Whoop! There it is. Let's see what's next. Let's see what, let me get a little bit closer. All right. Awesome. Number threes. Is threes next? Come on, threes. Boy State is amazing. It's an amazing experience as long as you are willing to learn the lessons. All right, gentlemen, you can turn around and look at the screen. I'm going to put a slide up. All of you will be able to see the slide. There's some math involved in this slide. What I'm going to ask you to do is in this slide, read the question, and as soon as you know the answer, you're going to have a seat. Everybody here in the room, please, I invite you to stand. All right, here are the rules. Laugh as much as you like, but do not shout out any answers. Do not get any answers from your neighbor. Okay? Woo! Cool. All right, gentlemen, y'all ready? You're going to read the question, figure out what the answer is, calculate it in your mind. It's going to be super simple, by the way. Soon as you know the answer, have a seat. Gentlemen up here, please do not drop down and bust your butt. This is not that serious, okay? Don't do that. All right. Give your representative some love. All right. Here we go. Now, don't sit down before I show you the slide. That's all right. Don't yell out answers. Don't yell out answers. No helping. No helping. Remain standing if you do not know. Remain standing if you do not know. You're not supposed to be talking. You're not supposed to be talking. You just proved. First of all, let me acknowledge integrity. The folks who don't know the answers are still standing. Give yourself a round of applause. Secondly, all the people who are seated are now on their phones like, tell me the answer, ChatGPT. Tell me the answer. Tell me the answer. There are folks up here on the stage, 2 folks. They say, I don't know the answer. All right. What is the answer? 87. What is the answer? 87? Okay. I was going to say 87. What answer you got? 87. What answer you got? 87. 87. Don't believe the hype, man. They saying 87. What the heck is 80? All right. Raise your hand if you think the answer is 87. Raise your hand if you got a different answer than 87. Raise your hand if you have no idea what the answer is. Whoop, there it is right there. All right. Question. You need to surround yourself. Oh, can I have your attention? Thank you. Surround yourself as inclusive leaders. Surround yourself with folks who see things differently. In this particular slide, it involves some math. But if I flip it upside down and look at it from a different perspective, sometimes as a leader, you got to flip yourself upside down. Woo! Sometimes as a leader, you got to put yourself into some uncomfortable situations so that you can get to the end result you need. And sometimes that means being around some people who ain't like you. Woo! Because there are people who are like you who might continue to see this the same way you did, and you still talking about the numbers 101. I got it, VP. You trying to do X times 2 divided by 8. When all you have to do is go to the other side of the table and see, oh, wait a minute. I was just looking at it backwards. Woo! Round of applause for your representatives. All the people who were seated had the right answer, 87. Y'all can have a seat. I've already talked about unconscious bias. I don't have to stay there. Okay. I'm about to do whoop. There it is. Okay. About to do whoop dinner. Whoop. 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 You know what? Let's just hear the real music. Come on, Maestro.
Check it, direct it, let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise. DC's in the house, jump, jump, rejoices. There's a party over here, a party over there. Wave your hands in the air, shake a dairy, yeah. These 3 words mean you're getting busy. Whoa, there it is, hit me. Upside down and inside out. I'm about to show all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for it to get on the mic and make this motherfucking party hot.
This next part is about to go super fast. And if you can't keep up, you ain't gonna keep up. Woo! I want to promise you something. I want to give you something to look forward to. Before we end this session tonight, we will be up dancing. I'm going to teach you a dance. We're going to do it all together. And you will be the next generation of Boy Staters who learns this exact same dance that we've been doing for at least the last 12 to 13 years. You are about to join an amazing cohort of dancers. But we still got to learn some stuff about inclusive leadership, so we're about to go fast. Okay, here we go. Pay attention now. Perception. Perception is all the stuff that we see, hear, feel, taste, touch. That's why you see perception here is on the bottom. It's on the bottom of the foundational pyramid. All of those things that we see here, you are experiencing. And when you take in all of that stuff, it builds up for you different perspectives. Perspectives allow you to see things one way while other people might miss it. Woo! Because of how you grew up, you actually see things a certain way. Woo! Because you are mama's boy, you actually see things a certain way. Woo! Because you are daddy's boy, you actually see certain things a certain way. Woo! Now, because you grew up around cows, because you grew up around crop, because you grew up around livestock, there are certain things that you see that other folks don't see. Woo! That's because these perceptions have driven your perspective on how you see things. If you have grown up in a house where you grew up in the church every day, all day, every day, you see things a certain way. Woo! But if you didn't grow up that way, you don't see it the same way other people see it. So let me just share with you very explicitly. If you have a religious background, it does not mean that you get to press that upon other people who don't have a religious background. Woo! Because inclusive leadership is you just be who you are, and if you need folks to see God in you, just be God in you, and then they'll see what you doing, right? You ain't got to be telling other people, going up to folks telling them they going to hell. That's no, bro. You don't get to decide that. Woo! Just you do you. But at the same time, be respectful of the folks who don't believe what you believe because their perceptions have driven their perspectives. Woo! Their perspectives are not yours. Woo! Well, here's what's interesting. Perception drives our perspective. Perspective then drives our beliefs. These are the things that we hold dear and true. Even if I'm not saying it to you, you might know that I believe something in particular. Maybe it's because of something I'm wearing or how I say stuff, or maybe even my history or how I see the people in my history. All of that is a belief system. Now, I'll never tell you that your beliefs are wrong or right, but I do want you to check those beliefs, because it's possible that your perception that has driven your perspectives, that have driven your beliefs, have made you think a certain way about certain people, and you are dead wrong. Whoop. I'm not saying that you personally are wrong. I'm saying that it's possible that you thought it was ice cream is good, and it really wasn't ice cream is good. Whoop. You can't read two these in a sentence, but you swear up and down you literate as a mug. You literate as a mug. As a mug. Perception builds perspective. Woo. Perspective builds beliefs. Woo. Beliefs then build our behaviors, our values, how we show up. Woo. And at the very top, here's the thing you need to know. If all of that stuff at the top, beliefs, morals, values, behavior, if all of that stuff is so important to us, which it is, by the way, and it drives who we are, then you need to know something. That stuff at the top was built on the stuff at the bottom. So if the stuff at the bottom is skewed or weak, then that means it might be making it unstable for the stuff at the top. Whoop. Now, what I just explained to you is just regular science and engineering. If the foundation ain't good, boy, it's going to be really hard at the top to be really good. But here's what VP is going to tell you. Whatever those beliefs and morals and values that you have, I'm not telling you that you're wrong, but I am saying, please slow down and check yourself. Because I'm having to do it every day, and I'm wanting you as inclusive leaders to do the same thing. To prove my point, I'm going to ask you several questions, and then let's see what your answers are. This is going to go really fast. Y'all ready? Okay. All right. Either you, let's see how well you do. Do not yell out any answers. Be a leader here. Do not yell out any answers. Count how many F's you see in this sentence. Count how many F's you see in this sentence. I am not asking you to share with your neighbor. I'm asking you to think about it on your own. Count how many F's you see in this sentence. 3, 2, 1, 0. Woo! Woo! Oh, don't go silent because you can't count F's now. Woo! Next question. Do not yell out any answers. Laugh as much as you like. Next question. Here it is. Mary's mother has 5 daughters. Nana, Nina, Nina, and No-No. Do not yell out the answer. Do not yell out the answer. What is the name of the 5th daughter? Just think about it in your head. Just think about it in your head. What is the name? No, you on your own now. Should have been listening. What is the name of the 5th daughter? Next question. I can only share this once, so listen up. Folk is spelled F-O-L-K with the L silent. Folk is spelled P-O-L-K with the L silent. What is the white of the egg called? I said don't call out any answers, right? Don't call out any answers. Don't call out any answers. Next one. Don't yell out any answers. I have 2 coins. Both coins equal 15 cents, but one of those coins is not a dime. What are my coins? Don't yell out any answers. Don't yell out any answers. Just think. I have 2 coins. Both coins equal 15 cents, but one of those coins is not a dime. What are my coins? Don't yell out any answer. Don't yell out any answers. Next question. Don't yell out any answers. Don't yell out any answers. How many animals did Moses put on the ark? Don't yell out any answers. Don't yell out any answers. Next question. Guess the next 3 letters in the series. If I show you these red letters, what are the next 3 letters in the series? Do not yell out any answers. Do not yell out any answers. Don't talk to your neighbor. You're intelligent. You got this. Perception builds perspective. Woo. Perspective builds our beliefs. Woo. Beliefs then builds our morals, our values, our behavior, the things that we will say we will die for. Here's what I'm saying to you. I'm not going to ever tell you that those things are wrong, but I am going to tell you that as inclusive leaders, we have to stop sometimes and ask ourselves, why do I believe what I believe? Did somebody tell me that and I just believe it? Or have I experienced it on my own? Have I asked all of the questions? Because if I don't do that, I'm going to fall for unconscious biases that I didn't even know was happening, which keeps me from being an inclusive leader. Woo! And something so small as perception, perspectives, beliefs, and values. So in fact, here's what I'm talking about. When I said, count how many F's you see in this sentence, raise your hand if you counted 3 F's. Thank you very much, people who can count F's. 3 F's and only 3 F's. Keep them up high. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, great. Put your hand down. Raise your hand if you counted 4 F's and only 4 F's. Raise your hand. Look around the room. Look around the room. Look around the room. Yep. The people in your same county got their hand up. Yep. Put your hand down. Raise your hand if you counted 5 F's. 5 F's. Now look, we all looking at the same screen. Whoop, there it is. Same screen. Same screen. Put your hand down. You raise your hand if you counted 6 F's. 6 F's. I just want to find out, Dr. Lloyd, do we need this? I think we got to start all over with this group because none of them can count F's. Woo. Do y'all think that I gave y'all like 700 different signs? Or did I give y'all one slide? And y'all can't count F's, but you want to be the leader? Woo. You want to be an inclusive leader, you can't count F's. I know, it's hurtful. I've been in your seat, it's hurtful. But this is where we learned how to be inclusive leadership. You can't even count F's, y'all. How many F's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't count F's. But I'm going to be a leader. Woo! What I'm telling you is if you can't count F's, I want you to think about this for a moment, everybody. If you are missing F's on a screen, what else are you missing when it comes to people? Woo? What are you overlooking? Because your brain is falling for the okie doke. Why? Because whenever I say count F's, your brain is thinking phonetically, fa. But here's the thing. All of those ofs up there, the O-F, when you put that O and that F together, that V is now making a va sound. And when I made it really hard on y'all saying, you may not even need to be here, it created some pressure, and y'all unconscious bias just kick in, like, I ain't going to read everything. I'm just going to count these F's. But I see an F, but I'm not going to count it as that because in my brain it's actually having another phonetic sound. You just look right over it. Imagine all the people at your school right now that you've looked over. Woo? Yes. Because they weren't the type of F for you. Woo? Yes. Inclusive leaders are saying, I want everybody to feel engaged. Do y'all even want to go to the next question, or do we want to stop right here? Okay, all right. Y'all said keep going, so let's keep going. All right. Yell out, before I repeat my question, yell out the answer to this question. Mary. The answer is Mary. Here's the question. Some of y'all are like, what? Here's the question. Mary's mother has 5 daughters. I named 4 of them. So Mary has to be the 5th daughter. Woo! Mm-hmm. Just trying to teach y'all some inclusive leadership. Yell out the correct answer. Go. Thank you. The correct answer to this one is egg white. Or, for the technical people, albumin. Here's the question. Folk is spelled F-O-L-K with the L silent. Folk is spelled P-O-L-K with the L silent. What is the white of the egg called? Not the yellow. I didn't ask for the yellow. In fact, I had people here in the middle yell out, yolk. No. If I can condition you in 7 to 8 seconds, imagine what your family has done to you all your life. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm saying there is conditioning happening in your life and my life. The things that you've been exposed to impacts how you see things. Whoop. And I'm not telling you that any of that is bad, but I am saying check yourself, because it's possible that people around you might be setting you up with stereotypes. And I don't want that. We don't want that. Whoop. Next question. What's the correct answer? Correct answer? Correct answer is, what are the two coins? A dime and a nickel. Here's the question. The question is, I have two coins. One of those coins is not a dime. Well, the nickel is not a dime, so it's a nickel and a dime. Whoop. All right. I'm looking for a number. Yell out the number. Go.
0.
Okay, raise your hand if you say 2 by 2. Thank you. Raise them up. Raise them up. Vacation Bible School. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Raise your hand if you are a preacher's kid. A preacher's kid, a PK. Raise your hand. Yeah, we know we got it right, right? Okay, here's the question. The answer is 0. The question was, how many animals did Moses put on the ark? Moses didn't put no animals on the ark. Woo! Woo! Oh, I know my Bible. And now you're going to go home and be like, Mom, I got a great question for you. How about this one? Yell out the answer. The answer is ITS. Now, half of y'all are like, but why? But why? Because the answer is already on the screen. Guess the next 3 letters in the series. Guess the next 3 letters in the series. Whoop. Whoop. Perception builds our perspectives. Whoop. Our perspectives then builds our beliefs. Whoop. Our beliefs then builds our morals, our values, our behaviors. All of that stuff is stuck with us, and I'm cool with that. But we also have to check ourselves to make sure that the stuff at the bottom is not weak or maybe or shaky. I'm not ever telling you that you're wrong, nor will I tell you that your families are wrong. I'm just saying, as inclusive leaders and young men, we have to ask ourselves, why do I believe what I believe? Whoop. Remember I said that when we were done here, we were going to make sure we were doing some dancing? Let's do some dancing. Numbers, the last number that was up here was 3. It was 4. All right, number 5, 6, and 7s. Come on up here, 5, 6, and 7s. All right. I invite everybody to stand. Woo! We need you to be inclusive leaders. Woo! We need to surround yourself with folks who don't look like you, act like you, talk like you. Woo! We want to see you surround yourself and build trusting relationships with people people who don't eat the same foods as you. They don't even love like you. They may not even have the same faith community as you, but they're going to see things differently than you. Whoop. You have already experienced that just being at Boys State by the folks that are in your room. Whoop. There's going to be a time tonight where you're going to even talk more about your values and who you are and what you bring to the table and what your lived experiences are. I hope that you lean into that conversation, because when you're having that conversation, say to the people around you, I couldn't count F's. I didn't see the two V's, and now I've got to start asking myself, is there some other things that I haven't examined in my life to figure out if I'm being biased in some way? Whoop! And always you got to end on good dancing, so let's dance. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the moves. You do them with me. We're going to play some music, and we're going to test it out. Then we're going to do the real thing. But you got to first be ready to move. So just lighten up. Just lighten up. Just lighten up. It does not matter. It does not matter if you cannot dance. What matters is we are doing this together. All right. Here's the first move. Here's the first move, gentlemen. I love the you up with your crutches. I love that. Here's the first move. Put your feet together. Everything is an 8 count. Your first move is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got that? That's a 16 count. Let's practice. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, some of y'all who can dance, y'all gonna do the stanky leg. Y'all gonna be like, oh, 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 oh. That's what y'all. Everybody else, just keep it right here. Just keep it right here. Just keep it right here. You're gonna be fine right here. All right? Next steps. Next step. Old school lawnmower. You starting an old school lawnmower. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna squat. And you're going to put your hand down and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As soon as you're done with that, you're going to move into shopping. So now you're going down the aisle with your basket, right? And you picking up stuff off the shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. All of it together. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? Good, good, good. The next move, just watch me do it before you do it. Just watch me do it. Everything is an 8 count. The next move is a heart attack. You put your hand up like this. Put your hand on your heart, and you're gonna, don't do it. Just watch me. Just watch me. Oh, you can do it, but don't move. Okay, just watch me. This was the 8 count. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you're going to do a matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The reason why that's a matrix is you're going to be turned backwards, and if the camera is looking at you, you look like you're doing this. Right? Then you're going to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to be right back here in the front. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Matrix. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Heart attack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, 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 good. Now. All right. I need to make sure you know something. When you do the matrix, you're yelling. So when you do the matrix, you're going, woo! Woo! Okay. All right. Next step. We come back from the heart attack. Now, this is what you're going to do. Now, this is what I want you to do if you coordinated enough, right? If you not, just make it look like you are, right? What you're going to do for 8 counts is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, next move. Next move. We get into the chorus here, so next move. What you're going to do is you're going to turn to somebody beside you and you're going to hype them up like this. Now listen. While you hyping, that person is going to be busting their own move. So you get to just freelance. After that, they're going to turn to you and they're going to hype you up while you get to freelance. Right? And then we're going to be at the chorus, and the chorus is going to be this move. I know it's a little complicated, but once you hear the music, you're going to be like, oh, no, I got it. It's going to be 1, this is brushing your shoulders off, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same thing is just 1 this time. 1, 2, 3, and you push 4. You're going to do that 2 times. Then we're going to go back around and do it one more again. The first time we're about to do it is straight up practice. The next time, we busting out cameras. I see we Instagram famous. I am asking all counselors to come right on up front and take your space right up here. All right, here we go. All right, now back up. I'm gonna ask y'all to back up. All right, here we go. I'm gonna ask y'all to back up. Ask y'all to back up. I'm gonna ask y'all to back up a little bit. All right, gentlemen, back here. It's okay if you want to layer up, that's fine. But if you want to stay in one line, that's fine too. All right. Counselors, let me just share. Counselors, it's okay, counselors. If you want to face us so you can see us, that's fine. That's fine. The first time is rehearsal. All right, let's do it.
You know I love music. And every time I hear something hot, it makes me want to move. It makes me want to have fun. But it's something about this joint right here. This joint right here, it makes me wanna let it go. Can't let this thing called love get away from you. Feel free right now, go do what you wanna do. Can't let nobody take it away from you, from me, No time for moping around, are you kidding? And no time for negative vibes, 'cause I'm winning. It's been a long week, I put in my hardest. Gonna live my life, feels so good to get it right. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me, when I'm walking past the mirror. Don't stress through the night at a time, and my life ain't worried about if you feel it. Got my head on straight, I got my vibe right, I ain't gonna let you kill it. See, I wouldn't change my life, just fine, 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 fine. Ooh, fine, 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 fine. Ooh, just fine, 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 fine. Ooh, see, I wouldn't change my life, just feels so good when you're doing all the things that you wanna do. Get the best out of life, treat yourself to
Cameras out. Cameras out. Cameras out. This we're gonna be Instagram famous. inclusive leadership. Woo! Find somebody to dance that don't dance like you. Woo! I am somebody who was sitting in your seat. I know how this feels. I want to make sure that you know that being an inclusive leader means you surround yourself with folks who are not like you, and then you dance like nobody's watching. Come on, Maestro, let's do this.
Together, I want to get better. See, I wouldn't change my life just fine.
I'm gonna go from the beginning. Thank you, Boy State. Appreciate
You know I
you.
love music.
Appreciate you.
And every time I hear something hot, it makes me want to move. It makes me want to have fun. But it's something about this joint right here. This joint right here, woo! It makes me want to
4, 3, 2, 1.
let it go. Can't let this thing called love get away from you. Feel free right now, go do what you want to do. Can't let nobody take it away from you. No time for moping around. Are you kidding? And no time for negative vibes, 'cause I'm winning. It's been a long week. I put in my hardest. Gonna live my life. Feel so good to get it right. So I like when I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. Don't stress through the night at a time in my life. Ain't worried about if you feel it. Got my head on straight. I got my vibe right. I ain't gonna let you kill it. See, I wouldn't change my life. Just fine. See, I wouldn't change my life. Feels so good when you're doing all the things that you wanna do. Get the best out of life. Treat yourself to something new. Keep your head up high in yourself. Believe in you. Believe me. Having a really good time. I'm not complaining. And I'ma still wear a smile if it's raining. I gotta enjoy myself regardless. I appreciate life. I'm so glad that it's mine. So I like when I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. Ain't worried about you and what you're gonna do. I'm a lady, so I must stay classy. Gotta keep it high, keep it together if I want to get better. See, I wouldn't change my life. Just fine. See, I wouldn't change my life.
Thank you, Boy State.
I ain't gonna let nothing get in my way. No matter what nobody has to say. I ain't gonna let nothing get in my way. No matter what nobody has to say.
Oh, let me get my phone.
When you're
Thank
doing
you.
all the things that you wanna do, get the best out of life, treat yourself to something new.
Yo, baby. I'm gonna get a picture here. Let's see. Thank you, Boy State. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thanks for the intro.
All right, Boy State. All right, Boy State. That was so much fun, wasn't it? Yeah. All right. Now I ask that you please stand and follow me in reciting the National Boy States Creed, which is in page 9 of your handbooks. All right, everyone. American citizenship is my most priceless possession. I believe in the constitutional form of government of the United States of America. State be ever with me as a reminder of my obligation to God and country. All right, calm down now. Hey, calm down now. Now tonight's benediction will be given by Gordon County's one and only Brody Mercer.
Hey guys, let's pray. Dear God, just thank you for everything you've done for us this week. Every waking moment of just getting up and being able to spend time with our brothers here, because that's what we are, is we're family. And God, just thank you for giving me my county and my family, just putting me in that place, because I know that you meant for me to be there and just be able to be with a great family. And thank you for all of us, because we're all being put in a county with brothers that are meant for us, God. And just thank you for doing that for us, being put in a place where we can grow and just learn more about you, God. And just please help us as we finish out this week with these last 2 days, that we can honor you with what we do. And just thank you for everything that you do for us. In your name, amen.
Boy Staters, attention! Prepare to retire colors. Retire colors. All right, before we dismiss, if you have won your Federalist or Nationalist election and are moving on to the general election, when we dismiss, you will stay here. Is that understood? Other than that, you are now dismissed to your county councilors.
Any